Hey guys, Gunpowder Handshake back here with part 4 of the video. We have the hammer, the new hammer installed, we have the hammer pin, we have the magazine release, we have the trigger. Nice. Everything looking good, guys. Okay, now, finish this up. What we need to do is we've got the trigger bar in, part 3 of the video. Where we still liked on getting the bar in though is a spring. Spring right here. I'll show you that. This spring, very simple. What you want to do is hold your gun up. The little notch, the little lever, you can see it swings into. Alright, now I like to take one finger and put behind the firearm, push in on the spring. Let's see, slide it back down in there. And there's a catch underneath there. If you miss it the first time, don't worry. Just gotta play with it, get it in there. And there it is. Falls right in. There's 3 little grooves. You can look at it. One here, and then one up here. Okay, guys. Now that our trigger bar is in there, whoop. Keep forgetting that. Alright. Now, we're going to take, and you see our 2 little holes here. Spring goes in the smaller of the 2. And that was the spring for your takedown lever. Then the button for your takedown lever was in the other one. It's another thing, guys, they were out of the MP3 finished buttons. Kind of wished I'd have got one that would have added some more color on this side of the firearm. Okay, now what you're going to want to do with the spring in is push that all the way through. Let me bring this back out so you guys can see a little better. You're going to push that button all the way through like we had it on the takedown. We're going to take our new MP3 in. So slide it straight in with the point up. Wiggle down. And then there you go. Okay. We got that going so far. Okay. This was another thing I was really happy to get rid of, was the polymer guide rod. I just feel like I could snap it. I don't want to, just in case I need a spare. I'd like to have it for a backup. But I did want to show you guys that it does feel pretty flimsy. Now this one, and then like I said, this was used. MP3 finish. Really nice. Shiny. I mean, it's steel. I'm not going to bend it. I'm not Superman. It ain't happening. Okay, now one thing I'll show you guys on your springs, some guns are crimped and some are not on the ends. On the beretta they're not. The spring, either end will work. We'll go ahead and put our barrel in. Go ahead and put our guide rod in our spring. Gotta be careful with that. That's why I sit next to a wall so I can't lose anything. Alright. There we go. And I did buy a new recoil spring, guys, just because I like having a spare one. Even though that one came in the gun, I'm sure it was just as good. I wanted a new one. Okay, guys, another thing we've got here is our slide stop. If you replace this in MP3, congratulations, you're one step ahead of me. Alright. This one's kind of tricky. Your spring, I'll go ahead and show you this. Looks like this. Let's go ahead and open up the yellow mat because I'm sure you guys, maybe the green was a bad idea for a backing. Might be a little hard to see. Go ahead and open this up here. Alright, we got our spring now. What we're going to do is we're going to take our spring, we're going to slide it on your post. Now, the hook part of the spring should be down. The other little lever of the spring should go up, and what you want to do is you want to take that and put it up and over so it catches real good there. Now while holding that spring on with this hand, take your firearm. Oh, on the wrong side, that won't work. Alright, now what you want to do is hook your spring in a little hole. You can see it's just a little hole, and now you have to rotate the slide stop up. And if you don't hold the spring on, it will pop loose. And you'll have to just repeat the method over and over again. So, hook in. And there you go. Hook in, hold, twist up, push in, release. I love this finish because it doesn't scratch easy, unlike a lot of the other ones. Okay. Now on these grips, guys, right here, I did tell you a little bit about these bushings. Oh, these things keep falling out everywhere. The only thing about the new hoe grips I was showing you that I love is these bushings aren't needed. I found that out, which I really enjoy, because these things fall out. I've taken the grips off only twice, and every time I take them off they want to fly across the room. There's no springs in them. It's got to be magic. I don't know what it is. Those things are just ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and install these whole grips. We'll go ahead and use the last of our packets of new stuff and go ahead and get our grip screws out. So here come those little bushings, which we don't want or care about. We want the screws. Now the screws, guys, I did the same thing with them. I did actually pull all of my parts out the other day, checked all my parts for flaws. If there's any flaws, then of course send your parts back. But with no bushings in it, you're going to go ahead and just, I like to start them off with my hands so I know nothing's crossed. The hoe grip's actually set down on the Beretta really nice. The factory grips takes playing with it to get it to line up sometimes. Go ahead and set the screws in. I think I will eventually change to the hex key or hex head screws on these, only because I want my screws both to match in the same direction, and sometimes with the ones that aren't hex head it doesn't work that well. Alright, those seem to work actually pretty well. Go ahead and set this hook grip down on it. And guys, if you're just looking for the disassembly and putting it back together, that's very simple on this gun. I really like it. I just wanted to change a few things. I always do kind of make it mine, if you will. So if there's something that I've done that you guys want to do to yours as well, or a question that you may have, by all means, please ask. I'll be more than happy to answer. Alright, I'll go ahead and take our slide. We got our grips on. Okay. Now guys, there's the finished product. The Hogue rubber grips, silver screws, mag release, trigger, takedown lever, and we just put it back together, so there's nothing at all in it. A nice steel, stainless steel, almost a chrome looking guide rod on it. So guys, tell me what you think about it. Like I said, it's still the 92FS. The one thing I will go ahead and show you is on the hammer, what I was talking about. I mean, you just barely pull. I mean, it just almost falls down on you. Makes it a lot easier. Well guys, that's everything I did to the firearm. If you guys have any questions about what I did to the gun, how to do any repairs on the gun or anything like that, by all means please ask. This is Gunpowder Handshake signing off. Part 4, the completion of our 92FS Beretta 9mm. This will work on the 40 as well. If you guys have a 40 that you're wanting to work on, it will work. If you have any questions, please let me know. Gunpowder Handshake signing off.